Welcome to Retired Pennies World. On this channel, we explore the fascinating history, hidden value, and collectible details of coins from every era. If you love learning about coins, discovering rare varieties, and understanding what makes certain coins special, then you're in the right place. Today, we're taking a close look at the 1991 D quarter, its design, history, and what makes it a must-see for collectors. The 1979 United States quarter dollar is a very interesting coin from the modern era of American coinage, and today on Retired Pennies World, we will explore in detail the history, design, mint marks, metal composition, production background, collector value, and the special varieties and errors that make some 1979 quarters much more valuable than others. Many people find this coin in circulation and wonder if it contains silver, if it is rare, or if it might be worth more than face value. By understanding the background and features of this coin, collectors can better appreciate its role in American numismatic history and learn how to identify special examples that may become hidden treasures. By the year 1979, the United States Mint was firmly established in the clad coin era, and silver had long been removed from the quarter. All 1979 quarters were struck using a copper and nickel-clad composition, with a pure copper core and outer layers of copper-nickel alloy. This metal structure gives the coin its silver-like color while keeping production costs low and ensuring durability for long circulation. These coins were designed to withstand heavy use in daily commerce, and as a result, most examples found today show signs of wear from years of handling. Even though they are common, they still represent an important period in U.S. coinage history. In 1979, quarters were produced at 3 different mint facilities. Coins without any mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, coins with a D mint mark were produced at the Denver Mint, and coins with an S mint mark were struck at the San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, which were not intended for circulation. Identifying the mint mark on your coin is one of the most important steps in understanding where it was made and what type of coin you have. Each mint produced slightly different quantities, and this can affect availability and collector interest. On the obverse, or front side of the 1979 quarter, we see the well-known portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Washington faces left, and above his head appears the word Liberty in bold letters. The date 1979 is placed below the portrait, and the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left side. The quality of this design can vary depending on the strength of the strike and the amount of wear the coin has experienced. Coins with strong details in Washington's hair, face, and lettering are always more desirable to collectors, especially when they remain in uncirculated condition. On the reverse side, the familiar eagle design continues to appear, symbolizing strength and national pride. The eagle stands with wings spread wide, holding arrows in its talons, while the olive branches represent peace. Above the eagle is the motto, E Pluribus Unum, and around the edge are the words United States of America and quarter dollar. This classic design had been in use for many decades and would remain until 1998 when the State Quarters program introduced new reverse designs. Because of this, the 1979 quarter represents one of the later years of the traditional Washington quarter design. In terms of mintage, the 1979 quarter was produced in very large numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Hundreds and millions of coins were struck, making this a very common date in circulation. Because of this high production, most 1979 quarters found today are not rare and are typically worth only their face value of 25 cents. Circulated examples often show smooth surfaces, faded details, and small marks from everyday use. These coins are best appreciated as historical pieces rather than high-value collectibles unless they are in exceptional condition or have special features. Condition plays a very important role in determining the value of a 1979 quarter. Uncirculated examples that retain bright original luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details can be worth more than face value. In general, mint state examples may sell for $2 to $5, and high-grade coins graded by professional services can sell for even more. Collectors especially seek coins with full detail, minimal contact marks, and attractive eye appeal. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are also popular and are usually worth several dollars in excellent condition, especially if they show strong cameo contrast between the frosted design and mirrored fields. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1979 quarters is searching for rare varieties and minting errors. Error coins are highly collectible and can be worth many times more than normal examples. Some important errors to look for include doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear doubled, off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, clipped planchets, where a portion of the edge is missing, and misaligned dies. There are also known double die varieties from this year that affect the lettering and date on the obverse. Depending on rarity and condition, these error coins can sell for tens, hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, making careful inspection very rewarding. Another interesting area for collectors is the comparison between circulation strikes and proof strikes. Proof coins from 1979 were carefully made using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. These coins were sold directly to collectors and usually remain in protective holders. Proof examples with deep cameo contrast are especially valuable and highly sought after. These coins represent the highest quality production of the year and are a highlight in many advanced collections. Proper storage and care of your 1979 quarters is essential to preserve their value and appearance. Coins should never be cleaned, as cleaning damages the surface and destroys collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders, coin flips, or albums designed for long-term storage. Keeping coins away from moisture, heat, and direct sunlight will help prevent corrosion, toning, and surface damage. Well-preserved coins always attract more attention and higher prices in the collector market. Next up, the special varieties and errors that make some 1990D quarters far more valuable than others. Many people find this coin in circulation and wonder if it contains silver, if it is rare, or if it could be worth more than face value. By the end of this video, you will have a complete understanding of what makes this coin common, what makes it collectible, and how to identify special examples that may become hidden treasures. By 1990, the United States Mint had been producing clad quarters for 25 years, and silver had long been removed from circulating quarters. All 1990 quarters were struck using a copper and nickel clad composition, with a pure copper core and outer layers of copper-nickel alloy. This metal structure gives the coin its familiar silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low and ensuring long-lasting durability. These coins were designed for heavy circulation, and as a result, most examples found today show signs of wear from everyday use. Even though they are common, they represent an important stage in modern American coin production. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. This small letter is located on the obverse side, just to the right of Washington's ponytail and above the motto, "In God We Trust." The Denver Mint has a long history of producing high-quality circulation coins, and in 1990 it struck hundreds of millions of quarters to meet the demands of the national economy. Identifying the mint mark is one of the first and most important steps in understanding where your coin was made and how common it may be. On the obverse, or front side of the 1990D quarter, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Washington faces left with the word Liberty boldly displayed above his head. The date 1990 appears below the portrait, and the motto, "In God We Trust," is placed to the left. The quality of the strike can vary from coin to coin, and collectors closely examine the sharpness of Washington's hair, facial features, and lettering. Coins with strong details, smooth fields, and minimal marks are always more desirable and more valuable than worn or damaged examples. On the reverse side, the classic eagle design continues to represent strength and national pride. The eagle stands with wings spread wide, holding arrows in its talons, while olive branches symbolize peace. Above the eagle is the motto, "A pluribus unum," and around the outer edge are the words "United States of America" and "quarter dollar." This reverse design had been in use for many decades and would soon be replaced in 1999 by the state quarters program.
Because of this, the 1990 D quarter represents one of the final years of the traditional Washington quarter design before the major design changes of the late 1990s. In terms of mintage, the 1990 D quarter was produced in very large quantities. Hundreds of millions of coins were struck at the Denver Mint during this year to meet the demands of circulation. Because of this high production, the 1990 D quarter is very common and is usually only worth its face value of 25 cents in circulated condition. Most examples found in pocket change today show wear such as smooth surfaces, light scratches, and faded details. These coins are best appreciated as everyday historical pieces rather than rare collectibles unless they're in exceptional condition. Condition plays a very important role in determining the value of a 1990 D quarter. Uncirculated examples that retain bright original luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details can be worth more than face value. In general, mint state examples may sell for $2 to $5, and high-grade coins graded by professional services can sometimes reach higher prices. Collectors especially seek coins with strong strikes, minimal contact marks, and attractive eye appeal. Proof coins from this year, produced at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, are also very popular and usually worth several dollars in excellent condition, especially if they show strong cameo contrast. These coins are an important part of advanced collections and are admired for their beauty and precision. Proper care and storage of your 1990 D quarters is essential to preserve their appearance and potential value. Coins should never be cleaned, as cleaning damages the surface and destroys collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders, coin flips, or albums designed for numismatic storage. Keeping coins away from moisture, heat, and direct sunlight will help prevent corrosion, toning, and surface damage. Well-preserved coins always attract more interest and higher prices in the collector market.
Next up, we are going to explore every detail about this coin, including its history, design, metal composition, absence of a mint mark, production background, collector value, and rare errors that can make some coins more valuable than others. Many collectors and coin enthusiasts often wonder why the 1966 quarter does not have a mint mark and whether this makes it rare or valuable. Understanding the context and unique features of this coin is essential for anyone interested in American coins. During the years 1965, 1966, and 1967, the United States Mint removed mint marks from all circulating coins. This decision was made to discourage people from hoarding coins during the silver shortage period and to keep coins in everyday circulation. Even though the 1966 quarter does not have a mint mark, it was still produced in large numbers at official mint facilities, including Philadelphia and Denver. This makes the coin historically significant, even if it is relatively common in circulation. Collectors need to understand that the absence of a mint mark does not necessarily indicate rarity, but it does mark a unique period in U.S. coinage history. The 1966 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series and is made of a copper-nickel clad composition. Unlike earlier quarters, which contained 90% silver, the 1966 quarter is entirely base metal, with a pure copper core sandwiched between copper-nickel layers. This change in composition began in 1965 and marked the start of the modern clad coinage era. The coin was designed for everyday use, which means that most circulated examples show wear, including faded details and light scratches. Despite this, the 1966 quarter remains an important collectible for understanding the transition from silver to clad coinage. On the obverse side, the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington faces left, with the word Liberty above his head and the date 1966 below the portrait. The motto, "In God We Trust," appears on the left side. Details such as Washington's hair, facial features, and clothing can vary depending on how well the coin was struck and how much wear it has received. Coins with strong detail and minimal wear are highly valued by collectors, even if they are otherwise common. The reverse side features the traditional eagle design, with wings spread wide, holding arrows in its talons as a symbol of strength and readiness. Olive branches beneath the eagle represent peace, while the words United States of America and quarter dollar surround the design. The motto Et pluribus unum appears above the eagle. This reverse design was used for decades, and the 1966 quarter represents a continuation of this long-standing tradition before the state quarters program introduced new designs decades later. In terms of value, most 1966 quarters without a mint mark are common in circulated condition and are generally worth face value, or 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples with bright luster, sharp details, and no damage can worth $2 to $5 depending on condition. Coins with exceptionally strong strike quality or near-perfect surfaces can command even higher prices among collectors. Special attention should always be paid to rare minting errors, as these coins can be significantly more valuable than standard examples. Collectors should examine the 1966 quarter carefully for errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or weak strikes. These errors occurred during the minting process and were not intentional, making them highly collectible and valuable. Using good lighting and magnification can help detect these valuable anomalies. The 1966 quarter is also historically significant because it represents a transitional period in American coinage. It bridges the gap between the classic silver coins of the early 1960s and the modern clad coins that dominate circulation today. Collectors who focus on this era can appreciate both the aesthetic and historical importance of the coin, as it illustrates the economic and governmental changes that shaped U.S. coin production during the 1960s. Proper storage and handling of your 1966 quarters is essential to preserve their value. Coins should never be cleaned, as cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collector value. Instead, coins should be stored in protective holders, coin flips, or albums designed for long-term preservation. Keeping coins away from moisture, heat, and direct sunlight will help prevent corrosion and maintain the coin's original appearance. Well-preserved coins always attract more attention and higher prices among collectors.
Next up, we are going to explore this coin in detail. We will cover its history, design, metal composition, mint mark significance, production background, collector value, and the special varieties and minting errors that can make some 1991 D quarters more valuable than others. Many people find these coins in circulation and wonder if they are rare, contain silver, or could be worth more than face value. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what makes this coin collectible and how to identify special examples that can be true treasures. By 1991, the United States mints had been producing clad quarters for nearly 30 years. Silver had long been removed from circulating quarters, and all 1991 quarters were made with a copper core sandwiched between layers of copper-nickel alloy. This composition gives the coin a silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low and ensuring durability for daily circulation. The 1991 D quarter was designed to withstand heavy use, which means that many coins in circulation show signs of wear, such as light scratches, faded lettering, and smooth details. Even though these coins are common, they still hold historical and collectible significance. The D mint mark on this quarter indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. The mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail and above the motto, "In God We Trust." The Denver Mint has a long history of producing high-quality coins, and in 1991, it struck hundreds of millions of quarters to meet the demands of the national economy. Identifying the mint mark is important for collectors, as it helps determine production location and sometimes affect value, especially when comparing to Philadelphia or San Francisco minted coins. On the obverse, or front side of the 1991 D quarter, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Washington faces left, with the word Liberty displayed above his head, and the date 1991 appears below the portrait. The motto, "In God We Trust," is located to the left of the design. The sharpness of Washington's features, hair, and clothing details can vary from coin to coin, and collectors often look for coins with crisp, clear details that indicate a strong strike and minimal wear. Coins with full detail and original luster are always more desirable than worn examples. The reverse side features the traditional eagle design, which had been used on Washington quarters for many decades. The eagle stands with wings spread wide, holding arrows in its talons as a symbol of strength, while the olive branches represent peace. The motto E pluribus unum is placed above the eagle, in the words United States of America and quarter dollar surround the design. This reverse design remained in use until the state quarters program began in 1999, making the 1991 quarter part of the final years of the classic Washington quarter design. In terms of mintage, the 1991 D quarter was produced in very large numbers at the Denver Mint. Hundreds of millions of coins were struck to meet circulation needs, which makes this coin very common today. Most examples found in pocket change show light wear from everyday use, including smooth surfaces, minor scratches, and slightly faded details. Despite its common nature, this coin is still valued by collectors for its history, mint mark, and potential for high-grade examples or errors. Condition plays a critical role in determining the value of a 1991 D quarter. Coins in uncirculated condition with bright original luster, sharp details, and minimal marks can be worth more than face value, often selling for $2 to $5. High-grade coins certified by professional grading services can sometimes reach higher prices. Collectors especially seek coins with full detail, minimal contact marks, and attractive eye appeal. Proof coins from 1991, produced at the San Francisco Mint with an S Mint mark, are also very desirable and often worth more than circulation strikes in excellent condition, especially those with deep cameo contrast between frosted design elements and mirror-like fields. Another exciting aspect of collecting 1991 D quarters is looking for rare varieties and minting errors. Error coins can be much more valuable than standard examples and are highly collectible. Collectors watch for doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear doubled, off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, clipped planchets, where a portion of the edge is missing, and misaligned dies. Some rare varieties from 1991 have doubled lettering on the date or Liberty inscription. Depending on rarity and condition, these errors can sell for tens, hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Proper care and storage of your 1991 D quarters is essential to maintain their appearance and value. Coins should never be cleaned, as cleaning can damage the surface and significantly reduce collector value. Instead, they should be stored in protective holders, coin flips, or albums designed for long-term preservation. Keeping coins away from moisture, heat, and direct sunlight helps prevent corrosion and preserves the original luster. Well-preserved coins always attract more interest and higher prices from collectors. In conclusion, the 1991 United States quarter dollar with the D mint mark is a classic example of modern American coinage. While most examples are common and worth only face value in circulation, uncirculated coins, proof examples, and rare error varieties can be highly collectible and valuable. Here on Retired Pennies World, we always encourage collectors to examine every coin carefully, learn its history, and enjoy the excitement of discovering hidden treasures in everyday change. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes even a common-looking quarter can reveal something extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching this video on Retired Pennies World. If you enjoyed learning about the 1991 D quarter and want to see more coin stories, tips, and hidden treasures, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more exciting coin content, and we can't wait to explore more rare and valuable coins with you in the next video.